Music history was built on discipline, rehearsals, and perfect takes. But the moments people remembered most often were the ones that went completely off the rails. From live television shockers to riots in the seats, these were 12 minutes of musicians losing control on stage. Number 12. Axl Rose. On July 2, 1991, the Use Your Illusion tour hit Riverport Amphitheater near St. Louis, and the tension snapped mid-song. During Rocket Queen, Axl Rose saw a fan taking photos, and when security did not act, he jumped into the crowd to handle it himself. Rose came back furious, said, "Well, thanks to the lame-ass security, I'm going home," then walked off as the band ended the set.
"Well, thanks to the lame-ass security, I'm going home."
The crowd erupted into a riot that injured 65 people, including 25 police officers, and caused roughly $200,000 in damage. Rose later faced misdemeanor assault and property damage charges, and he was ordered to pay $50,000. Number 11. Keith Moon. In the late 1960s, rock bands treated television like a battleground, and The Who turned the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour into a demolition site. On September 17, 1967, they closed My Generation with their usual chaos. Only this time, Keith Moon packed his bass drum with far more explosive powder than normal. The blast shocked the studio, singed Pete Townshend's hair, cut Moon's arm with shrapnel, and sent fragments flying across the stage. The band kept moving, but the moment became legendary because it happened in front of a mainstream American audience, in prime time. It was rock excess, captured forever, and it made every later on-stage stunt feel possible. Number 10. Sinéad O'Connor.
Is of no more significance than the color of his eyes.
Live television usually rewarded Polish, not confrontation. On October 3, 1992, Sinéad O'Connor walked onto Saturday Night Live and performed an a cappella version of Bob Marley's War, then turned the camera into a protest. At the climax, she held up a photo of Pope John Paul II, tore it into pieces, and said, "Fight the real enemy."
Fight the real enemy.
The backlash hit immediately. NBC reported nearly 1,000 angry calls in the days after, along with a handful in support, and O'Connor was effectively banned from the show. The next week, host Joe Pesci said he would have slapped her if he had been there. It was a career-altering eruption, and a moment that never stopped being debated. Number 9. Jimi Hendrix. In June of 1967, the Monterey Pop Festival crowned new legends in real time, and Hendrix arrived determined to be unforgettable. On June 18, 1967, he ended his set with Wild Thing, then took the language of rock spectacle and pushed it into ritual. He soaked his guitar with lighter fluid, set it on fire, and knelt beside it as flames climbed. Then he smashed it, and the image became instant mythology. The performance helped break him wide open in America, and it rewired what an electric guitar hero could look like on stage. Decades later, everyone from punk bands to arena metal showmen borrowed pieces of that. Same visual vocabulary. Number 8. Billie Joe Armstrong. By 2012, Green Day had already become a stadium-level act, and their catalog was built for big crowds and tight timing. On September 21, 2012, at the iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas, Billie Joe Armstrong noticed a countdown clock and believed the set was being cut short.
I've been around 25 years, Las Vegas.
The mood shifted in seconds. During Basket Case, he stopped, ranted into the microphone, declared he was not Justin Bieber, smashed his guitar, and walked off. The clip spread instantly because it looked like a rock star tantrum, but it also felt like something deeper cracking. Days later, the band announced Armstrong had entered rehab, and the meltdown became a public turning point. Number 7. Ozzy Osbourne. On January 20th, 1982 in Des Moines, Iowa, one small object turned into a permanent chapter of rock folklore. During Ozzy Osbourne's Diary of a Madman tour, a fan threw a bat onto the stage. Ozzy picked it up, assumed it was a rubber prop, and bit down.
Evidently threw an unconscious bat on the stage, and he thought it was a rubber bat.
It was real. He immediately realized what happened, and he was taken for rabies treatment. The story raced through newspapers and music magazines, and it welded the Prince of Darkness image onto him even harder than the makeup ever could. It was not a planned stunt, which is exactly why it hit so hard in the public imagination.
You're right, I could be wrong. It hurts so bad, it's been so long.
Number 6. Milli Vanilli.
No, it's true.
In 1989, pop success looked unstoppable until one technical failure ripped the curtain down. During a live performance at Lake Compounce in Bristol, Connecticut, the backing track began to skip and loop, and Milli Vanilli could not recover. The glitch was small, but it exposed a much bigger truth the industry could not contain. Producer Frank Farian soon confirmed the duo did not sing on their recordings, and the fallout was historic. Milli Vanilli had already scored 3 #1 hits on the Billboard Hot 100. Baby Don't Forget My Number, Girl I'm Gonna Miss You, and Blame It on the Rain. But credibility vanished overnight. Their Grammy for Best New Artist was revoked, a rare and infamous outcome. Number 5. Ted Nugent. Some onstage blow-ups were emotional, others were political theater with consequences. In 2007, Ted Nugent brought firearms into the performance itself, brandishing assault-style rifles on stage while making threatening remarks about political figures, including Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. The moment jumped from concert talk into national headlines because it raised questions about what counted as protected speech and what sounded like a threat. The United States Secret Service opened an investigation, and Nugent faced a wave of condemnation, along with cheers from parts of his audience. It was a reminder that losing control did not always mean breaking gear. Sometimes it meant breaking norms.
Just where to go when you need some loving man. And now I'm doing it, they do it Detroit style.
Number 4. Jim Morrison.
Blue bus tuna, blue rock donut, blue bus tuna.
March 1st, 1969 in Miami became the night that turned the Doors from a hot live act into a legal headline. The band played the Dinner Key, auditorium with about 10,000 people in attendance, and Jim Morrison walked on stage drunk, angry, and confrontational. The set spiraled into taunts, profanity, and a crowd that could feel the control slipping away. What happened next became legendary and disputed, including allegations of indecent exposure. Morrison was later convicted of indecent exposure and profanity, sentenced to 6 months in jail, and fined $500, though he remained free on appeal. He died in Paris on July 3, 1971, and the Miami incident stayed welded to his legacy.
If I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much.
Number 3. Maynard James Keenan. Some frontmen responded to chaos by panicking, others responded with ice-cold precision. In 1997 at the Astoria Theatre in London, Tool were performing Push It when a fan climbed onto the stage and approached Maynard James Keenan. The interruption looked like it would derail the song, Instead, Keenan moved like someone trained for this exact moment. He grabbed the fan, threw him down, and locked him in a jiu-jitsu hold while continuing to sing. The footage became famous because it looked unreal, a singer controlling a threat without stopping the performance. It added another layer to Tool's mystique, discipline hiding inside the noise. Number 2. Ashlee Simpson. By the early 2000s, live television still carried real risk because mistakes could not be edited away. On October 23, 2004, Ashlee Simpson appeared on Saturday Night Live, and the first performance went as planned. Then the second song began, and the wrong vocal track, the Pieces of Me track, started playing through the speakers again. Simpson froze, did an awkward little jig as the band kept going, then walked off stage. The moment was replayed endlessly because it captured a young pop star realizing she was trapped on live TV. She later explained that acid reflux had affected her voice and that her record label had insisted on using guide tracks. For many viewers, it became the defining clip of her career. Number 1. Pete Townshend. In September of 1964, a low ceiling helped invent a new kind of rock and roll violence. The Who were playing the Railway Hotel in Harrow, London, and Pete Townshend accidentally cracked his guitar against the ceiling during a windmill swing. The crowd did not react much, and that silence flipped a switch. Townshend destroyed the guitar on stage, and the room came alive. What started as an accident became a signature, and soon the smashed instrument was a symbol of rebellion, not just a broken object. Every later act of stage destruction, from punk eruptions to metal theatrics, traced some DNA back to that one splintering moment.